To be honest, I highly doubt Kurokawa is thought to be at all that trustworthy. But at the same time, I really don't want to take any chances. Nah. Nobody trusts or really likes Kurokawa in this job, so I think you just doing a sob story that you were just like trying to find a nurse, I think you would be fine. She's incriminating you. You should be fine. She giggles a little as I clench my teeth.
山田くん、もっと前向きに考えようよ。生で好き放題できる機会なんだよ。しかもタダで。こんな腐れビッチだけど、お店で買おうと思ったら5000円はするよ。
Girl, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Look on the bright side. This is a bareback banquet, and it's on the house. Sure, she's an old shriveled up cunt, but I'm sure somebody be stupid enough to blow 5,000 yen on that stuck-up bitch. How? What are you talking about? I turn my gaze to Ijin as she's laying in her bed. She's probably around 30 years old and looks pretty good. And if she's the wife of a CEO, she must be doing something right.
その気になってきたみたいだね。さすがは山田くんだよ。
It looks like she's starting to pique your interest. That's the Yamada I know and love. He has less IQ points than a fucking monkey. No, it's not like that. I'd never...
隠さなくていいよ。私と山田くんの仲じゃない。
We don't have to hide it. It's not like there's anything going on between us. Kurokawa turns to me, gently places her hand on my shoulders and whispers to me.
いいこと教えてあげるよ。この女、結構強めの睡眠薬を飲んでるから、めったなことじゃ起きないよ。
Maybe this will sweeten the deal. This woman is on a powerful sedative and is very unlikely to wake up. Okay, but, this just shows you how much of a piece of shit this little guy is. Like, all it took was for this bitch to be like, don't worry, she won't wake up. And he was like, okay, actually, I take my words back. Maybe we got a deal.
ほら、金玉も痛くてたまらないんでしょ。これは山田くんの治療のために必要なことなんだよ。
Your testicles must really be hurting her. She's just what the doctors ordered in terms of what you need for your treatment. Kurokawa. Also, I won't be able to show the scene. I mean, I probably could get through it somehow, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just sit here in silence and just be like, well, that's a thing I had to experience. And I'd rather not put it on my YouTube channel, you know? I'd rather not. I'd traumatize you enough. So, yeah, I'll just, after experiencing that, I'll just talk about what happened. Like, I'm pretty sure you could kind of figure out, like, what the fuck happened. Okay, so I really don't get it. Maybe they'll explain it in a moment, but I really don't get it. In both mangas, they at least explain how they got away with this. Maybe they'll explain a bit more in a moment, but right now I'm like, really doesn't make any fucking sense. Because, like, this rich CEO woman would have 100%ly, like, put them to court if she found herself being, like, cream pied. 100%. In the mangas, they pissed on her. Kurokawa explained it because a prideful woman like the CEO, she would never want anyone to know about her pissing the bed. So she would never tell anyone that she also had like cum in her, or she would never like even look at the piss. So they also pissed on her. Here it ended with like Yamada just like coming into the CEO's woman, and just leaving it there. So it doesn't make any fucking sense. Is he gonna go to like jail? Like, he deserves to go to jail after this. Because like, no matter what he will say, the text implied that he was enjoying it. So, jail. Also, another thing that I wanted, I think that was missing. In the manga, there was a segment, in one of the mangas, I think, in one they didn't show the CEO's wife, but in another manga they did show that Yamada met the CEO's wife, that he was like wanting to get a soda or something, and he didn't know, I think he didn't know like how to put change into the machine, like he didn't know how to put it there. And a patient came in and was like, "Oh, do you need some help? Like, I'll pay for your soda. Like, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it." And she like paid for a soda and like gave it to him, like opened it up and handed it to him, like, "There you go. Like, it's fine. Like, it's okay." And like she made herself like coffee or some shit, and like they talked, and he was like, "Wow, like what a nice woman, like a normal patient is here." And they like talked, and he was really happy that she's like this really nice lady, and like they were talking together, and he was like surprised, like, oh, this like really level-headed nice person is staying at this hospital. And that's what's really missing in the story, because that was really interesting, because it poses the question, what kind of person the CEO's wife really was. Because from that, I would go to two different directions. One is that she's a really fake person, and that, a fake person that she treats people who she thinks are on her level good. Like people who are the same as her. Like, she's a patient, so she treats other patients with respect, with kindness, and she's nice to them. But she thinks of nurses who have to take care of her as below her, so she belittles them and she is a cunt to them. Or, the other side, she's actually a really nice person who is sweet, loving, kind. It is just Kurokawa that she fucking hates for good reasons, because it's Kurokawa. So those are two very different routes that you could go, and like, it would be interesting. Like, the CEO's wife is an interesting character, and like now with the game, because you're missing that like that little interaction that you have in the manga, the character of the CEO's wife in this game is just bland. You don't know anything about her apart from like, oh yes, Kurokawa hates her because like she doesn't treat her nice apparently, and that she's this really beautiful woman. But in the manga, there's this like little tiny like bit of personality which makes you be like, oh, there's like more to her. Oh, if she's like this type of person who like only treats the people she thinks are at the same level as her with respect and kindness, and like she categorizes people into like, oh, who I should treat nice and who are like below me. But then you have the complete opposite, like, oh, if she's like this nice person who like bought me a coffee and like talked to me and she was like really sweet and really kind, and she just hates Kurokawa for very good reasons, because fuck Kurokawa, Jesus Christ, like she's a horrendous human being. It makes this scene that happened so much worse. It makes me want to fucking wrench. Like, it is so bad. I'm more of on the side of like, oh, I think the CEO's wife is actually not the worst person. It's just fucking Kurokawa. Like, most characters you see in this game, it's kind of like implied that they aren't the worst. Like, they are bad people. Like, they are doing horrible stuff and shit. But they kind of were forced into it, or they were like slowly, like, they lost their will to live. They slowly lost their will to be nice people. They just slowly, like, were treated badly. They were slowly around people who were horrible to them. And you kind of are like, I kind of get it though. Like, I kind of get that you are this type of person now. So maybe the CEO's wife, like, she also is like all the other characters. Well, apart from fucking Kurokawa, like, she was batshit from the start. I think Kurokawa and the head nurse, I think those two are the only ones, like, who were, like, fucked up from the start, that were, like, actively hurting people. And I think that one girl who was, like, a sexual deviant, but she wasn't, like, actively hurting people. She was more hurting herself. So I don't think she really counts in the same category as Kurokawa and the head nurse. But Kurokawa and the head nurse are, like, the two only exceptions in my eyes. I don't think I remember any other character that is like, oh, they were fucked from the start and they are actually, like, the issue. But all the other characters in this game are like, oh, due to their circumstances, they are horrible. So I'm thinking, like, the CEO's wife, she may have been, like, due to circumstances and the way she has had with her life, she has gotten, like, worse and is a worse person. Because she did treat Yamada really kindly in the manga. So it's, you know, like, it's, this scene was just really shit experience. Like, it might be the other way, but still, it's like, it's not okay to do this. And fuck Kurokawa for doing this. Like, there's different ways to get revenge. Just, like, put fucking diarrhea medicine in her drink and, like, make her shit herself. Like, not legal, but it's, like, it's less fucking insane than this, you know? Like, girl. Like, there's so many different things you could do that would, like, not threaten her life and, like, wouldn't, you know, be mentally damaging for the rest of her life. So many things you could have done. Or just, like, have a one-on-one talk with her and just tell her, like, hey, you're treating me like shit. Fuck you. Maybe that would help. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm ending the video here. Say your thoughts in the comments because I have so much thoughts. Holy shit. Yeah, bye-bye.